What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure. And we're going back to the remix album, 1987, Two Ring Circus, remixing the tracks from the circus, same year, 1987. So yeah, we're going to listen to a remix of Leave Me to Bleed. I really enjoy the original track. It has this deep, heavier groove. It's Andy singing in the lower end of his register, which I always enjoy. It has a bit of a serious vibe. It feels sort of nighttime and kind of focused. So yeah, I really enjoy the original track. The remix is Vince Clarke and Eric Radcliffe, aka The Assembly. So I'm interested to hear what they do with the tune. And again, knowing that this is a remix from the same time, it's a contemporary remix, not a remix, because there's some on the deluxe edition of the chorus that I'm going through where there's a Vince Clarke remix, and it's one that he did when that remix or deluxe edition came out, which was only a few years ago, only a couple years ago even. So ultimately, yeah, it's informative to know going into it that this is a remix from the same time. But yeah, it's interesting. I listened to a couple of the tracks that The Assembly did, and I think they're very interesting and, worthy of hearing more. So I'm enjoying the idea that there might be some remixes here and there before Radcliffe and Vince Clarke apparently stopped working with each other at all. So in any case, let's get to it. This is the Eric Radcliffe and Vince Clarke remix, or rather Vince Clarke / Eric Radcliffe remix of Erasure's Leave Me to Bleed from the Two Ring Circus remix album, 1987. Almost sounds like Victim of Love a little bit. Just keeping that serious tone. Definitely a different intro though.
Saw you standing by the neon lit door. It wasn't me that saw you clinging to somebody I adore. Baby, don't show your face. Don't move in my direction. Leave me to bleed.
The deep synth bass groove is fantastic. That snare is very good. Downward twist, that dissonant warp. Is that in the original? I didn't remember that from the original.
taking.
The bite of that
I
line.
guess I'll just be waiting.
Look at me.
Leave
Said
me
that.
to bleed. Love, love can be fatal. Leave me to bleed. Love, love can be fatal. Leave me to bleed. Love, love can be fatal.
This is brilliant. Well, I think the main lesson here is it's a brilliant tune, however you slice it. Yeah, that's great. Again, the one mystery to me is whether the dissonant moment, which seemed to be in the middle of the chorus, if I'm remembering it correctly, because it didn't actually come in the last minute or two of the track, but the first couple minutes it came in multiple times. And I didn't remember that twist. Again, a lot of the atmosphere, a lot of the sounds were the same as the studio album track from the Circus. But that moment where it would sort of twist dissonantly, I didn't remember that. So maybe that was new to this edition. If so, I enjoyed the audacity, the dissonance of that. Again, I listen to a lot of techno, which has a wicked bent to it. So I enjoy when melodic and ethereal sounds are mixed with the deep and the wicked and the warped. So yeah, I enjoyed that moment. I'm just not quite sure if that is unique to this edition. And also the same with the recurrence of that trance-like melody when it came back there at the end. That was really fantastic. So yeah, not entirely sure in all the specific ways this may differ from the original, given that I think I reacted to that now like, I don't know, 4 months ago, something like that. I think it's been a little bit of a while. And although I have listened to it since then, admittedly, I didn't listen to it in the lead up to this. Nevertheless, a really cool tune, and once again, it begs the question of why we didn't get more Vince and Eric. I think it was something. I think Han Solo explained this to me. I think there was something practical or logistical to it. It wasn't like a real clash of personalities or difference in personalities. Let me say, as with the case with Yazoo. I think it was something more practical, like maybe it was Radcliffe didn't want to tour or something. I'm probably getting that wrong. So again, Han Solo or anybody else who is aware of the short history of the assembly, do let me know why it didn't seem to become more of a thing. Because I do remember seeing they took a bunch of publicity photos. I remember like having this conversation with Han Solo to some extent. And I was saying it looks like they wanted it to be more of a thing than it actually became. And I do believe he gave me an explanation. I'm just blanking on it in the moment. But yeah, really cool. I have this back on my radar now. Again, there's so many different sub sections to the Erasure deep dive that we're close to finishing, but there's 2 or 3 more tunes. Snow Globe, I think there's more than that. There might be like 7 or 8 more tunes on that. But yeah, ultimately at some point, we will progress past I Say, which is the extent to where we've gotten now, and I think I'm up to the bonus tunes from an expanded version of that album. So yeah, lots of things to pick up on and make sure we don't leave behind. But yeah, we'll just keep going through Erasure. Again, I believe the self-titled album is the next one after that, so I'm looking forward to that. Nevertheless, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.